Welcome back to Bible Meets Current Events. In our last episode, we talked about faith in times of crisis. Today we're looking at another issue that dominates the headlines and often shapes our daily lives: division, whether it's political polarization, cultural conflicts, social unrest, or even divisions in families and churches. The reality is that our world feels more divided than ever. Every news cycle seems to highlight what separates us rather than what unites us. But here's the good news. The Bible doesn't ignore division. In fact, it gives us wisdom and hope for how to live in the midst of conflict. Let's start with the words of Jesus in Matthew 5-9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Notice Jesus doesn't say, blessed are the peace lovers or blessed are the peacekeepers. He says, blessed are the peacemakers. Peacemaking is active. It means stepping into conflict with the goal of reconciliation and healing, not just avoiding the issue. That's hard to do, but it's exactly what Jesus calls us to. Paul echoes this in Romans 12:18. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. The truth is, we can't control how others respond, but we can choose our part. We can choose words that calm instead of inflame, actions that build bridges instead of walls. In Ephesians 4:3, Paul urges believers to make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. This tells us that unity doesn't happen by accident. It takes effort, humility, and intentionality. Think about it. In a world that thrives on outrage, division, and conflict, choosing to pursue peace and unity is actually radical. But the Bible doesn't stop at telling us to seek peace. It shows us the foundation for it. In John 17, Jesus prayed for his followers, that they may all be one. Father, just as you are in me and I am in you. The unity Jesus prays for isn't just about getting along, it's rooted in God himself. Our unity as believers is meant to reflect the unity of the Trinity, and it becomes a witness to the world that Jesus is real. That means the way we handle conflict and division isn't just about us, it's about our testimony. When the world sees Christians loving each other across differences, forgiving one another, and seeking peace, it points them to the God who reconciles. Let's apply this to modern life. Division is everywhere, on social media, in politics, at work, even in our homes. The temptation is to pick a side, dig in, and fight. But the Bible calls us to something higher: to speak the truth in love, to listen with humility, to forgive, even when it's hard, and to remember that every person, whether we agree with them or not, is made in the image of God. This doesn't mean we ignore truth or pretend differences don't exist. It means we hold truth with grace, conviction with compassion. Peacemaking doesn't always mean agreement, but it does mean choosing love over hate and hope over despair. Think about Jesus himself. He lived in a world full of division: Jews versus Gentiles, Pharisees versus Sadducees, oppressed versus oppressors. Yet he crossed boundaries, loved enemies, and reconciled people to God and to each other. On the cross, he destroyed the greatest division of all, the wall between humanity and God. That's the ultimate source of our hope. So what does this look like for us today? It means being slow to anger and quick to listen. It means refusing to get sucked into online arguments that tear people down. It means forgiving those who wrong us and working toward healing in our families and communities. It means praying for unity in the church and showing the world that the gospel is stronger than what divides us. The takeaway is this: division may dominate the headlines, but it doesn't have to dominate our lives. The Bible calls us to be peacemakers, bridge builders, and agents of reconciliation. And the hope we hold on to is that through Christ, unity is possible even in a divided world. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Bible Meets Current Events. If you found this encouraging, be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And join me next time as we explore another way the Bible speaks directly into today's issues with wisdom and hope.